government goes dark, chaos gets spooky.
Not the receipts! Shutdown's over, buddy.
Shutdown busted. Shutdown busters. In theaters now.
So 43 days, that's how long it took Chuck Schumer held America hostage. 43 days of frozen paychecks, panicked families, and pure political theater. He promised his party he'd break Trump. He swore he had extracted $1 trillion ransom. He bet everything on one simple calculation, that America would blame Republicans for the pain. Tonight, that bet just exploded in the most humiliating political defeat in modern history. Because after all that suffering, all that chaos, and all that damage to real Americans like us, Schumer walked away with exactly goose egg, nothing. And what happened next will shock you, so stay with me. So 2 million Pennsylvania families woke up with empty SNAP accounts, air traffic controllers work without pay, while their kids ask why there's no food in the fridge. Military families couldn't make rent. Federal workers drained savings accounts, and small businesses near government facilities shuttered their doors, all because Chuck Schumer thought he could use American pain as a political weapon. This wasn't about policy. This wasn't about power. Democrats demanded $1.5 trillion in radical spending, health care for illegal immigrants, climate fantasies, woke wish lists they could never pass honestly. When Trump said no, they pulled the pin on the economic grenade and threw it in the room. They calculated that suffering Americans would turn on Republicans. Guess what? They thought wrong, just like everything else they do. But here's what really happened. Trump met with Democrat leadership 45 days ago, and he offered them a deal. The exact same deal that they just accepted in total humiliation. They could have ended this on a day one. Instead, they chose to inflict maximum pain on working families for 6 weeks. And you're asking why? Because a radical base demanded it. They wanted to win in New Jersey. They wanted to win in New York. They wanted to win all these mayoral races because they thought they could break Trump. Because they thought they were so blinded by hatred that they couldn't see the trap they were walking into. So just like Democrats held America's paychecks hostage for 43 days, cyber criminals are holding millions of Americans' identities hostage right now. While politicians play games with your financial security, hackers stole 183 million passwords in the biggest email breach ever. These criminals don't shut down for political theater. They're draining bank accounts and destroying credit scores 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's why Virtual Shield is critical. They monitor the dark web constantly for your leaked information, instantly alert you to threats, and provide up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. Their U.S.-based experts handle everything while you focus on rebuilding after the Democrats' shutdown disaster. So this Black Friday, protect your family for just $4.88 a month at virtualshield.com/next news. And don't let criminals finish what the shutdown started. Get Virtual Shield at virtualshield.com/next news today. So this is where it gets brutal for everybody watching. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt just revealed the truth. Democrats could have ended this, like they could have had the same exact deal 6 weeks ago. Let that sink in, guys. Every missed paycheck, every empty food stamp account, every terrified family, it was all unnecessary. All of it was preventable, all because Schumer wanted to play politics. And Vice President J.D. Vance twisted the knife deeper. They caused stress for our troops, he said. They made air traffic controllers work without pay. They had people thinking that they'd lose food benefits all for nothing. The Democrats didn't just lose. They tortured Americans for 43 days and got absolutely nothing in return. Now their own party wants Schumer's head on a platter. The knives are out, and guess what? They're sharp. So now witness the complete humiliation of Chuck Schumer and the Democrat Party as their shutdown hoax collapses on live television. So they promised their base a revolution. Guess what? They didn't get it. They promised to extract massive concessions. They promised to break Trump. And watch as the White House reveals exactly how badly they screwed up. Karoline Leavitt doesn't just explain the victory. She documents the Democrats' total surrender after 43 days of self-inflicted wounds. Take a look.
Well, the president just dealt with Chuck Schumer, and President Trump and Republicans shellacked Chuck Schumer and the entire Democrat Party. After 43 days of Chuck standing out there trying to bravely hold the country hostage and inflict massive pain on the American public, Chuck got absolutely nothing. And now the knives are out for him. As you can see, Jesse, as you just perfectly laid out in your monologue, the Democrat Party is in complete disarray. And the truth is they have been for 10 years since President Trump came on the political scene. They don't stand for anything good. They just stand for Donald Trump is bad. That's the only thing that unifies their party. And now you see how far they are moving to the left. They ran Senator Gillibrand and Senator Manchin out of town. Now they're running Chucky Schumer out of town. It's too bad he turned into a Palestinian. He did it for nothing, like President Trump says, because his own party is turning against him. And the Democrat Party is truly becoming a full-blown communist party.
Well, I mean, complete disarray doesn't even begin to describe it. The Democrat Party is eating itself alive, and the numbers tell the story of their catastrophic miscalculation. Vice President Vance lays out the human cost of Democrats' political stunt. Every detail drives home the same point, that they hurt real Americans for absolutely no gain. They could have ended this on day one, but their hatred for Trump blinded them to reality. Take a look.
Government is open.
That's right.
Okay, longest shutdown in history. Can you tell me what the point of all that was?
I wish that I knew, Sean, because here's what the Democrats actually accomplished. They caused a lot of stress for our troops. They made our air traffic controllers not get paid. They caused a lot of flight cancellations. They had a lot of people thinking they weren't going to get their food benefits, all for literally nothing, Sean, because we could have struck this exact deal 45 days ago. In fact, we met with Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer and said, we will pass this exact deal. They said no. They put the American people through a ton of pain and suffering for nothing. And we knew this was going to happen, Sean. We knew the President of the United States said every single day, eventually the Democrats are going to realize this is an absurd position. We've got to reopen the government. And that's what they did.
You know, they had zero accomplishments. They inflicted maximum pain, and that's a Democrat shutdown legacy. But here's a knockout punch. Transportation Secretary Duffy reveals what Trump is doing for the heroes who kept America running during the shutdown. While Democrats were playing politics, air traffic controllers showed up every single day without pay. They kept planes in the sky while their own bills piled up. Now watch what real leadership looks like. Take a look.
President Trump, brilliant. Listen, the air traffic controllers who didn't miss a day, they came for every scheduled shift that they had. They should get a bonus. Now, I don't know how many there are going to be. We have to do that analysis. But I'm aligned with the president. We are going to pay them a bonus. It'll be $10,000, depending on how many we have. They should come to the White House, and he should present them with their checks. They're patriots. We are grateful to them for the work that they've done.
That's awesome. They had 70% of back pay has already been delivered to these people. $10,000 bonus checks were coming, and some of them were even handed out. And that's the difference between Trump and the Democrats. And I want you guys to look at the real victim of Schumer's shutdown game, because it was a game. This Pennsylvanian woman woke up expecting food stamps that never came because of who? The Democrats. They refused to end their hostage crisis. She represents 2 million families in her state alone who got screwed by this political theater. Her frustration is the voice of every American who suffered for Schumer's ego. Take a look.
So I woke up this morning and it's supposed to be food stamp day. But it's not, because the House has yet to vote on the shutdown ending. We don't know when the House is going to vote on the shutdown ending. Is it today? Is it tomorrow? I think they have until tomorrow at midnight. So it'll be tomorrow. So no SNAP today for my family and many other families in Pennsylvania. About 2 million of us actually in this state woke up this morning to no SNAP. So that means I have to go to the food pantry today. I didn't want to go to the food pantry. I haven't been to the food pantry since September. I was hoping to not have to go to the food pantry for the rest of this year. Now I have to go to the food pantry today. Thanks, America.
So thanks, America. No, thank you, Chuck Schumer. Thanks, Democrats. You guys did this. The pattern is undeniable. Democrats shut down the government to hurt Trump, but instead they hurt America. They demanded everything and got nothing. They proved they care more about political wins than paychecks, more about resistance than results, more about their radical base than real, honest-to-God American people. Chuck Schumer thought he was playing three-dimensional chess. Turns out he was playing Russian roulette with a fully loaded gun pointed at his own party. Now Democrats across the country are demanding new leadership. The shutdown didn't just fail, folks. It expressed the entire Democrat strategy as a mission that was self-inflicted harm. If you guys learned something from this report, please smash that subscribe button. My final thought is next. So here it is, the moment that will define the Democrats for a generation. After 43 days of manufactured, I want to specify, manufactured crisis, after terrorizing military families and threatening food security, after grinding air travel to a halt and destroying small businesses, Chuck Schumer accepted the exact same deal Trump offered on day one. Not a better deal, not a modified deal, the same deal, which means every single moment of suffering, every missed paycheck, every family that went hungry, and every business that closed, guess what? All of it was for nothing. The Democrats literally burned the country for 6 weeks just to sign the paper they could have signed in 5 minutes on day one. This is what political malpractice looks like, and it should be a lawsuit. So this shutdown exposed the Democrats' true nature. They don't care about workers. They use them as pawns. They don't care about families, guys. They held their food stamps hostage. They don't care about America. They tried to burn it down just to hurt Trump. For 43 days, they inflicted maximum pain on minimum wage workers, military families, and struggling Americans. And the reward was complete humiliation and a party in revolt. Schumer's finished, folks. He's finished. His own senators are sharpening knives. Trump didn't just win. He exposed their entire strategy as a kamikaze mission against the American people. They weaponized suffering and accomplished nothing. They proved they will destroy anything, your paycheck, your benefits, your security, if they think it will hurt Trump. So here's my question for you. Should Chuck Schumer resign immediately, for putting politics over American families? I want to hear yes or no in the comments. And remember, real journalism costs real money. Support us by grabbing exclusive merch from the shop link below. The establishment hates us, guys, because we expose them. That's what we do here.